Good morning. It's about 10 after 7 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to make a quick video before I went off to work. It's my last day of induction training. It's been 2 weeks, or rather 1.5. It's only Wednesday this week. Today's the last day of school for kids at Tollbar and Clee. I taught my first lesson yesterday. That was really fun. It was also terrifying. There were like 3 other minders in the room. There was my evaluator, the teacher whose class I was taking over, and a minder for or a couple of the students that needs extra help. So they're coded, basically, is the term back home. Over here they have something like they're statemented. So they have like documents that state that they need extra help or supervision or whatever it is. But yeah, so I mean, it went pretty okay. At one point, I felt myself talking for way too long, and thankfully, the teacher whose class I was covering, she just kind of chimed in very sweetly and said, "Well, how about, why don't they break off into little groups and discuss, your question?" And I was so grateful because as a teacher, when you hear yourself talking for too long, and you can't stop it, because then if you pause and you're like, then the kids are gonna eat you up, right? So it's this horrible nagging feeling, this vicious circle kind of thing, and it's even worse for me because my brain doesn't actually work that quickly. So sometimes you freeze, and then you look like an idiot, then you feel like an idiot, and then it just snowballs, and it's awful. But other than that, I think it went pretty okay. I'm going to get official feedback today or after lunch. We've got a full morning of, I think, observations to do. So our last ones, we have to do homeroom, so that's fun. And then we have a lunch with the administration. Well, it sounds a lot fancier when I say it out loud like that. It's just basically a catch-up lunch. And how was your first week of observations? Any questions? Any extra forms that have to get signed? Stuff like that. Yeah. So that's what's up now. All fancy. If you can see, I'm wearing like a dress. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that was attractive. Anyway, so I like the dress. It's super fancy schmancy. I'm gonna have to slap a blazer on top of that, because teachers have to wear blazers at all times. Anyway, but actually I don't mind. I think it's kind of snazzy. It makes me happy. I've never had to dress this fancy in such a consistent fashion, so it's fun. Anyway, I believe that's all for now. I'm probably going to have something else, maybe on the weekend or something. We'll see. Oh, I'm just kind of reeling from all the stuff. Ooh, let me show you my teacher planner. Hang on. Okay, so can you tell I have attention deficit? Yeah. Anyway, so this is my giant teacher planner. Oh, it's reversed in the screen. You can't really tell. Okay. And basically inside is just like these massive plans, right? There's 8 periods slotted down, but that's only if you teach up to A levels. So I'm only teaching up to period 6 because then that means my day ends at 3:30 or 3:15. So that's good. And here's my mark book. It's so exciting. This is basically half the reason I wanted to become a teacher. To have one of these, okay? This nice, shiny, pristine, markless mark book. This was the dream when I was in high school. I would always see my English teachers walking around with these massive spiral-bound record books, and I really wanted one. I was such a nerd back in high school. I still kind of am. Shh, no one knows. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, those are all my official teaching document things. Here's kind of like a cheat code book for English GCSEs, and so grade 9 English, like lesson planning techniques and all that kind of stuff. And then this is an anthology, English, an anthology of poetry that's acceptable to use in your courses, which is kind of cool. And they're all awesome. These kids are so well read, it's frightening. So I'm going to have a lot of fun planning my lessons. Anyway, I have to go have breakfast because I'm going to collapse from hunger. And I will make another one of these hopefully in a couple days. And yeah, so I love you. I miss you. Don't set anything on fire. Hi, past students. I miss you guys like crazy, and don't worry, these kids, they're amazing, but they're nothing like you guys, and no one will ever be able to replace the Marymount kids. Okay, like, uh, it's hard to explain. I don't want to get all like emotional or whatever, but I had so much fun teaching you guys at Marymount, and working with these new ones, these new students at this new school. It's a different experience, and I know it's gonna get a lot easier to like learn to say goodbye to past students. But yeah, I do miss you guys a lot because you guys were so much fun. These kids are fun too, but you're a different kind of fun. So yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that before I dissolve in a puddle of tears. Classy. And I will see you eventually. Okay, love you guys. Bye.